This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for therapy, professional advice, or mental health treatment. This podcast does not establish a professional relationship of any kind. Listeners are encouraged to seek support from a licensed mental health provider if needed. We make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or applicability of the content. The views expressed by the co-host are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Mic check, mic check.
Welcome to The Adulthood,
The ultimate scam, the absolute ghetto.
a podcast where two Caribbean-raised sisters talk openly about the good, the bad, and the hood of adulting.
I'm Z.
And I'm Dee.
Let's get into it. Welcome back, y'all. This is episode 3. Today we are going to be talking about all things marriage and weddings and the adulting of it all, including things that you and your significant other should discuss before tying the knot.
Yes. I'm really excited. I think we both have different wedding experiences,
Yes,
and also like you've been married longer than I have, and so I think we have a lot to talk about on it. But first, let's do our sister check-in. A little shimmy, a little. All right.
Yeah.
So what's been going on for you? How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. I'm feeling better today than I have in a really long time. But what have I been up to since the last time you saw me? Last week I went to dinner with my girlfriends.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
We checked out this Spanish tapas bar in the Distillery District in Toronto. That was really good. Had some really good like bone what do you call it? Like
Marrow?
no, marrow, but like there's a word for it. There's a name of it.
It's gonna come to us.
Beef tartare. That's what it's called.
Fancy.
Beef tartare. Yes. Had some octopus. Had some like shrimp croquettes. Really good meals.
You were living your best life.
I was living
Was that
my
in your budget,
best
sis?
life. It was in my budget.
I know you like the
sis.
Excel sheet
I
and
gotta
everything.
Spreadsheet it up. It was in my budget. It was. What else? Like, I signed up for yoga. Luckily, I got into classes.
Okay, this time you did.
Because I know last time we chatted, I said like
You had to wait a couple
I had
times.
to wait like 2 weeks, but I did get into classes this week, so that was really good.
Okay, cool.
I found a therapist. I'm starting therapy.
You waited till the podcast episode.
Yes.
To tell me this.
Yes.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Starting therapy next week. Yeah, it's gonna be really
So wait,
interesting.
like, can we wind it back? So you were looking.
Yeah, I shopped around for a therapist. I
Did
did some
phone-
dating. A little phone dating. Yeah.
Yes.
And I found one. Really
what
good.
was something that like made you say, okay, this is the therapist I want to connect with? Because I also think like people listening are going to be like, okay, how was that process for you of looking for one? Yeah.
I think instead of talking about like how the process was, because it's pretty simple, like I booked a bunch of phone consultations, but why this one? There was something about her that affirmed that I was going to be okay. That I feel like I needed to hear from someone else, even though like I want to believe that too, and I feel like I have reasons to, but there was something about her, and on multiple occasions in our 20-minute chat, she said, like, the things that she said that made me feel like, okay, I can be well again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So let's see how that goes.
Okay.
I know.
I'm looking forward to checking on that.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. This week we saw Ma and Lonnie head off to Europe for the Euro trip. So Ma came into town and took Lonnie off, and they were living their best lives in Europe. So that's been fun, checking in with them periodically.
They're living their best life. It's sort of given Gilmore Girls if it was a mother-daughter duo. But
correct.
Not. Is there a show like that where it's a grandmother and granddaughter
no,
duo?
there isn't. There isn't. Okay. They need their own show, though.
They do.
They do need their own show.
If anyone's met them, they would
definitely
say the same thing.
Needless to say, they're not sticking to the itinerary that I built out for them.
The carefully curated itinerary, like the carefully curated podcast.
Ever the planner that I am. But they are not following.
No.
But they're having fun. And I think that's what's important. And Leilani is making a lot of great memories. Aww. And I think that's good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to...
Do you have them on Live 360?
I do have them both on Live 360.
Went on there.
So I know. Did you see where they are?
And you know, like when you're on the map and you like click a location, usually it like moves you to the location, like a gentle move.
Yeah. This one's across the globe.
I was like, they are far.
They are far. Exactly. But yeah, they're having fun, making good memories. So I'm looking forward to hearing all about it on our next call. Yeah.
That's so good.
And then 24 hours later, less than 24 hours later, we flew out here, Denny and I, to LA. So we were like jet setting a little bit. It was fun.
I love it.
Was Jack from This Is Us on my flight, or was he on my flight? I know.
With his whole ass wife and baby?
With his whole ass wife and his baby. Hi? I cooed at the baby a little bit, made some eye contact
creepy.
with Jack.
That's creepy, right? Like, can we all agree when we talk to the child instead of the parent first?
No, it's just like, oh, there was a little bit of that, like that.
It wasn't
not not ogled, like I cooed. It's a sound, not a stare.
Okay.
Anyway, but that was really cool.
That
but
is so cute.
Yeah, I think those are my highlights for today.
I think you met Jack. I love
did
that,
meet
though.
Jack. We had like a little stare,
With it, did his wife stare at you too?
She did, but all friendly stares. We were like, "Hey, thank you for watching my show."
Did you go past?
And I said, "Great show."
Did you walk past their first class?
Yeah, but they're like 2 seats ahead of us because we were in really good seats
in first class.
Okay,
and
we
so
weren't in
you did
first
the walk
class,
of shame past first class, like, oh my god, and then sat your ass back down.
Yeah, and just 2 rows behind. It wasn't too far. Okay, I was real close to technically first class, basically.
Your toe, maybe.
Was I though?
Your toes, maybe first class.
But no, it was good. It was good. I've had a good 2 weeks since we last chatted.
I love that.
Yes. What have you been up to?
Let me see. Love Island has started.
Oh my gosh, you're a reality TV girly.
I love me some trash TV, except Love Island is not trash TV. It really is like all good things coming together. There are friendships, there's drama, there's romance, there's downtime.
I didn't know that. I thought it was all trashy. I see.
No.
Okay.
But it's really good. And as soon as it started, I ended up speaking to some of my clients and like, oh, my favorite show's back on. And I'm like, Love Island? And they're like, yes. And I was like, oh. And 2 clients at the same thing. And I was like,
goodness.
I love that. I love Love Island. So that's what I've been up to. Outside of that, I'm still doing some of the wellness things I spoke about. I think episode 1. Still on the wellness journey. I'm actually working out consistently now. So I'm pretty proud of that. Not that my body recognizes it. My body's still in 2024.
You probably don't realize that, but your body is probably changing in ways that you can't identify yet, that I'm sure other people are going to start telling you about.
Okay, babe. Would she say, have it changed?
Babe better answer properly. That's what I said.
She did it.
Babe was like, what you're not going to do
is catch me slipping.
Correct.
And then we went to go see Leon Bridges. Ooh. And I was at the Hollywood Bowl. It was beautiful. We did have to trek all the way up because the way the bowl was shaped, it's like this, literally like a kind of like a bowl.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. So we're up high because that's the tickets we can afford.
That's where the good tickets are.
That's where the
prices are.
Yes. Clear view,
Yeah.
And it was really good. And then I realized that I probably only know 2 of his songs.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever really feel connected to an artist and then really look at all their songs?
Yes.
I actually only know 5% of her songs.
Yes. But you know what I do when I'm going to a concert?
What?
Ahead of time, I turn on their essentials on Apple Music.
Huh.
Yeah. Or really dive into their music. So I'm catching on and I'm ready.
That's
to
smart.
Be in the groove.
Planner. Love it.
Ever the planner, yes.
So, yeah, we didn't know some of the songs, but it really was a good time. So that's what we've been up to. That's what I've been up to. But that's about it.
Okay,
Should we get into
the main topic for today?
So we're talking about wedding and marriages and all the good things in between and around that. And I feel like there's, like I said earlier, there's so much for us to explore on the topic. Yeah. And I know at the end we have some interesting parts. If you're gonna stay on till the end, we have some letters to do, some help letters to talk about.
We do have 2, and hopefully we can get to both.
Yes, I do hope so.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So when you were younger, how did you imagine your wedding or your image of what marriage would be? I know those are sort of 2 different things because your image of wedding, but also your image of marriage. Did you have some concept of that when you were younger?
I have to be really honest.
Yeah.
I didn't have much thought about the marriage itself when I was younger. I'll be very clear about that. But
I
the
actually
wedding,
think that's
girl,
a lot of people.
Oh yeah, girl, I had the wedding details down to a T.
Did you have like the book you had to dust off when it was time?
So actually, Pinterest, I think, is what my
Yes.
college girlfriend and I used. Like when we planned this whole thing out, it was actually really fun.
When we
had
planned.
everything, we had like all the plans and no grooms. Okay, there were no grooms. So we had like the ring, the dress, the shoes, the music, the flowers. We had everything.
All of the details.
I'm pretty sure it was Pinterest too.
Yeah,
I want to
think
say
it was.
Pinterest, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we had that all planned out. Needless to say, that's kind of not how my wedding turned out. But it was beautiful nonetheless. But to answer your question, no, I never planned the wedding.
I mean, that makes sense.
The marriage. I had no thoughts about what the marriage would be like.
I do think that's the case for a lot of people because if you think about things like Disney movies, they don't really show you the marriage.
Correct.
They show
It's
you
always
the dating
wedding,
and the wedding and the happily ever after. Like that's the end, right?
That's it.
Got married, a little, and then
that's it.
happily ever after.
Correct.
And it's like, wait a minute, what happens
What was next? Yeah.
What happens after that? And then my best friend and I also would try on wedding dresses, but they weren't wedding dresses, to be clear, because that kind of sounds like questionable.
Interesting. Talk to me about that.
So I used to do pageants, and I had actually 2 white dresses.
Right.
And so she would try on one, and I would have one on, and it was like the cutest thing. We're like, oh my gosh, imagine like wearing dresses like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I can keep one of this for my wedding.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's just say I was a size 1 digit.
And sis. I'll be double digit.
Right, and it's not the same.
Not the same.
It definitely can't fit me anymore. But for me, what was interesting about picturing my wedding, I actually didn't picture a groom or a wife or bride at the end. I only pictured myself.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds weird, like self-centered and all of the things, but it wasn't from a self-centered place. I think it was because we were raised by a single mom.
I was about to say that, which is probably why we never gave much thought to the marriage part of things, because we didn't really have like a great... Exactly.
Long and great
example of a marriage.
Of
correct.
it. And so I would picture like walking down the aisle, get into the altar, and like that's the end of the dream.
Oh no! I had a groom. I had a venue in it. We had listen, we had everything. I'm pretty sure I wanted to get married in Sugar Beach, like at Sugar Beach Hotel in Sioux Fair. Yeah,
you had it all planned out.
Yeah,
got
certain.
it.
Yeah.
COVID I had my
said
walk.
Nope.
Yeah, COVID was like,
COVID and the budget said nope.
Said where? Where? Like, open your wallet and show me where you're gonna do this.
Not happening.
So yeah, the whole wedding vision for me was I had the walk choreographed, and that was about it.
Okay.
What about you? Said you didn't have an idea about marriage, though. Okay, that makes sense. I think like for me, because my vision was just so focused on the wedding walk, my wife and I, we talked a lot about how that walk would look, because it could look so many different ways.
Do you mean the actual like walk down the aisle?
I'm literally talking about the walk down the aisle was the extent of my wedding. Is that judgment?
Oh no, that's just
we listen
and we don't judge.
Thank you. But yes, just the walk itself.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that. Maybe tell us a little bit about your wedding story, because you're a newlywed, like a newlywed.
Yes, it's been like 6 months or so, you know, so like half a year. Okay, before I talk about the wedding, I think it's important to the arc of all of this to talk about like the engagement of it all. Okay. First of all, she knocked it out of the park.
Come on, somebody. Come on, Karen.
Right? She knocked it out of the park, and she actually proposed to me in my kind of hometown, home country.
Yes. Oh, I was there.
Yes,
I was.
Yes,
I was like,
you were on the boat.
Yeah, I was definitely there.
And it was really special because this is a place where I came out, and I experienced a lot of turmoil in my coming out, and so it felt like this like taking my story back moment of actually getting proposed to and engaged in that space. Yeah. And then I think from the period of engagement to wedding, I wish more people spoke about that time frame. Okay. And I have a friend who's also getting married at some point, and I actually had to share this with her because she was experiencing something similar, and I was experiencing the same thing. And it was just this idea of like that time period feels like a pressure cooker.
Okay.
It feels like, okay, you know that you're no longer going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, or whatever that, you know, your titles are. You know that for sure.
Yeah.
And then you also have this investment in, okay, we want a long, happy marriage.
Correct.
And it's like that buildup of like everything we do between now and getting married has to represent what our marriage is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And
10, 15 years from now.
So like any conflict, any tension, we look at it through a different lens than before. We look at it through of like, can we do this for 10 years?
Yeah.
Are we going to be okay?
Yeah.
And so there was just so much stress. And I don't know who said this to us. It could have been my wife because she's so knowledgeable. But this moment of like, it's you and me against this wedding.
Yeah.
It's not the wedding against.
And you and me against the world.
And eventually, you're right. You and me against the world. So that for me was like the background of the wedding itself.
Yeah.
But the wedding was beautiful. It was it was exciting to bring two cultures together.
Right.
In that way, and to have family there.
It was beautiful. I do remember. Yeah.
It was. The vows were gorgeous. I don't know if you had these experiences with your wedding, but for me, it definitely was what people talk about around like family conflict.
Okay.
Family and friendship tensions.
Okay.
I feel like that's a marker of adulthood. It is weddings and funerals and baby showers and all these things, like
milestone moments.
Yeah, they shape your family and friendship dynamics. And so I would say that would be kind of like the challenging part of the wedding experience, was seeing that landscape change. But overall, it was a beautiful wedding.
I think the challenging part about my wedding was COVID. Let's start with that.
Yes.
So travel restrictions were crazy. My husband's family couldn't be there. That was a little sad for us, again, because of the travel restrictions. So that was a bit of a challenge for me, but not conflict so much.
That makes sense. You also did a smaller...
I eloped. Well, and that's because we ended up, because of COVID, we were planning for like a wedding, and we were going to have it in St. Lucia as well. But then traveling became a challenge. At least to St. Lucia became a challenge because they had all these like restrictions about quarantine, and I had like limited PTO, and it's like, can't go quarantine for 2 weeks if I only have 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, what's the whole point? So we didn't get married in St. Lucia again, and we decided to elope in Las Vegas. It was gorgeous. It was very beautiful, and it's not what you think of when you think you're going to get married in Vegas. Like you're not going to the chapel, and you're not getting married by Elvis, and we got married in Red Rock Canyon, and we had like a whole wedding planner, and it was really beautiful.
I tell people about your wedding.
Beautiful. Yeah,
I do. I tell people about your wedding. I'm like, if you're looking for an alternative to this like big wedding, you're 100%. Not going to regret this elopement. Yeah. And I sell your wedding. I'm like, this is where they elope. This is the package you can get. They should really pay me.
We're on their website too. I think we are featured on our wedding planner's website. Shout out to Emily Reno and the team at Elopement Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really good. Really beautiful.
What was like the best parts, either of like your wedding or now that so how long have you been married? We should tell them.
Now almost 4 years. August is going to be 4 years. We got married in August 2021.
4 years married with a long-standing relationship as well.
Yes. We were together for, I want to say 10 years at the time when we got married. Yeah.
What's the best parts of it all?
The best part of the wedding was the reunification and joining of our family, I think, was really beautiful for me.
In what ways?
Because it created for me what I always wanted to give Leilani, was like 2-parent household, and us getting married was the beginning of that for us, because we at the time were living apart, because I was in Canada and he was in St. Lucia. So getting married really did create this like reunification and commitment for our family, and I think that was the most beautiful part of the wedding itself and what that meant, like the start of the marriage, right? And the most beautiful part of being married for me is the partnership and the support. My husband's support in the household, of me, of our daughter, is unmatched and unwavering. Yeah,
I love that. I
know.
Really do.
I tell people he's a much better husband than he was a boyfriend. Ooh. And it's true.
It is.
And
that's the most critical
and it should
part.
Be.
I mean, imagine if it was the other way around.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that would not be very happy. But he's a fantastic husband.
I love that. And I think when we think about the idea of a wedding, is like the start of a chapter. It really was the start for you.
It was the start for us.
Of like this join in, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
I love that.
I love love.
I don't know. If I were to like think about the best part, I like that. For me, it's the moment of realizing the I versus the we. I struggle with it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I struggle with it all the time. Again, raised by a single parent.
Yes. Hyper
independence, all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly reminded and learning about the importance of we. Yes. And for me, that's the best part, because I think people are put into our lives for a very specific reason. And I truly feel like I know the reason, and it's for me to break free from this hyper independence. Right? For me to like learn myself, learn my partner, let in and let go, like all of that. Yeah. For me, that's the best part about learning myself and different parts of myself. And
I hear that. Okay, cool. I never thought. I think my husband levels me out. Like Denny levels me out. He
like, where are you and where are you?
Just in very different ways. Everything that I am not, he is. And everything I am not that I need, he is. And I think that's what makes our synergy work and our marriage work.
Like a true partner.
An absolutely true partner. Yes.
I love that.
Love that for me.
Are there any lessons that you've learned along the way that you would like to impart?
Yes. I've got a notes here. Actually, one note. I'm just exaggerating.
Multiple notes.
Yeah. I think if I had to give someone advice based on a lesson that I've learned, is to make all your personal mistakes and solution them before you get married.
Tell me that again.
Make all of your personal mistakes and solution them before getting married.
That's a big ask.
Personal mistakes. Yeah, like.
That's an example of a personal
mistake. Let me give you an example. Let me think. Maybe if you have trauma. Okay. Right? Like unpack that before you take that into the marriage. Whether it means finding coping mechanisms, talking to someone, therapy, whatever the case may be. Whether it's finances, if you have debt, if you have bad spending habits, there are things that I feel like you need to deal with before you bring that into the marriage. Because now it's not just you and your issues. It's now issues that you might have that can affect one or two other people, how many other people in your family. It's
kind of like the saying that you need to like be mindful of the baggage, or be mindful of the baggage before you come into a relationship.
Yeah.
I have actually found that it is a setup to almost feel that you have to do that 100%.
Okay.
Right?
Fair.
I think that in reality, there is something about being in a partnership that continues some of the healing that you could never do alone. Yeah. And so I do agree that like, find solutions, put in the work. Like you can't just like show up like, here you go, here are my 10 suitcases. Yeah. But I do think that when you come, it should be a little bit lighter.
Yes.
And then you should be willing to...
The load is shared. That's something
the load gets shared.
My husband and I always said to each other. The load is shared, right? Like the stress is 50-50. But do you know what else? The good times are multiplied.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think to add to your point, it's that old adage where people say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
That was in my vows.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I don't remember that. Oh, look at you.
Yes. I should get it like tattooed on my forehead though, because I struggle with it. I should just like walk around with this like tattoo on my head. Like, girl, slow the fuck down. Partnership. You're like, yes.
That was judgment.
Oh, caught it.
I know. But yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
and it's true. It's very true.
Yeah. If I were to think about like my tips for maybe like the pre-wedding, like as well, I think discuss money.
Oh, that's on my list.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Discuss money before you get married.
Talk about finances,
and
girl.
Keep talking about finances, especially around the wedding, because if you've never discussed finances before, the wedding then becomes the first conversation about money. Yes. And let me tell you, that is probably one of the harder conversations to have at that point. Okay,
true, and it becomes hard in well, and isn't that like one of the number one causes for divorce?
Weddings?
No, finances, Danielle.
Yes.
Finances. Yeah. So if you don't talk about it.
Yes.
Up front and before wedding planning, the wedding planning, you're right, is the first introduction to that, because you got all these costs, all these bills to tally up for all the grand things that you want and have seen, but like have never seen the dollar value for.
Never seen that first time that you realize that your dream cost what it cost.
Yeah. 20, 30, 40 grand.
It's like, never mind. Let's go down to the corner of the street.
Yeah.
And let's just tie the knots there.
Me and my man, we were like, let's go to the desert, baby. Slap a dress, slap a tux.
We don't need buildings or nothing.
We don't need buildings or nothing, Jesus. No. Yeah, no.
Just what the good Lord gave us. Nature.
Just us and nature. No, but slap wedding on anything. Wedding or baby or pets, like dogs and cats.
Yes.
And the price like goes up exponentially.
It does. It does. Can I tell you like one of the little things around money before a wedding?
Okay.
That's I didn't realize how to talk about.
Okay.
So like in the movies, because again, I only have movie representations of things like this.
Yes, correct.
There seems to be this like set expectation about how your family will be helping with the wedding cost.
Yes.
And especially if you're in a hetero relationship, it becomes even like it's represented in movies. Right. But in reality, that's actually a good conversation to have.
Yes, you should know like
have that conversation.
Is anyone helping? Help us? Who's gonna help us pay for these?
We need money.
Flowers. Who's gonna help us pay for the videographer? Yeah, no, I understand that.
Help me.
And help me. Help me. Anyway.
So yes, being able to just ask straight up, like, what can you help with? This is how I'm going to help.
So wait, asking your partner this or your partner's family?
Your partner this, but then as a team saying, okay, I'm going to ask this family member, you're going to ask this, having the conversations versus just expecting the money is just going to fall in your lap and they know exactly what you need.
But I think that that's cultural too.
You think so?
I think so, because I think that there are some cultures, I mean, I don't really know, because, I mean, we're from the same culture, but I see other cultures.
They just know?
They just know. Like, their auntie got, like, 10 grand waiting for them. They're, like, excited. They're like, listen, just send me the bill.
Auntie.
Or their parents are like, ooh, I got 20 grand I saved up for your wedding. Here you go. I think there's certain cultures where it's, like, clear.
I would like a sugar auntie. Let's make that very clear. 10K? Is that not what we're gonna agree on?
I feel like we were talking about like in me. Like how we reach on the aunties. Like I was just.
You said the auntie gave 10K, and I'm thinking about how
like a hypothetical. I feel like
they don't really give 10K.
Some be giving 20, girl.
Maybe I need to.
Oh,
I know math.
Okay, let's rein it. Can we just rein it in? But I think that it's cultural. I think some families are like forthcoming with that information and others are not.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're not willing to help. I think that they don't want to pry, they don't want to impose, and they're waiting to hear you say, well, this is what I need. Yeah.
And money sounds very different.
The next thing, you have to have the personality to be able to say this is what I need, because I know I'm the, okay, I got it type of person. That's me. I be saying even I don't got it, but I be saying I got it even if I don't. Okay.
The bank account saying crickets. Your bank account look at you like, girl, ask for help.
Help. You need help.
Help me.
Are you gonna
help? That's adulthood for you.
Help me. You're gonna need help. Planning a trip to St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands? Stay in comfort and style at the City Landing. Modern Airbnb units just steps from shops, dining, and the ferry terminal.
Ditch the overpriced hotels, enjoy better rates and inclusive weekly and monthly stay discounts.
With only 2 units available, spots fill up fast, so book your home away from home island escape today at thecitylanding.com.
The City Landing, where comfort meets convenience. Book your stay at thecitylanding.com.
I also have, and this one's very specific to like my experience in marriage, is like talking about where you want to live, especially if you have options of living in different places. Oh. Yeah, because we're multicultural. We moved a lot. Danny's from one place, I'm from another place. Like I feel like there are things that we need to like, that couples should talk about before getting married, is where do we want to live? Where do we want to raise our families? I think that's a really good conversation, because that can cause friction too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%.
And we're going to talk about like kids and all this stuff, but that is a big question. Like, where do you want to raise your families as part of a conversation around marriage? If
you even want to have a family.
Exactly.
That's another big one that people need to talk about.
If you want it, where do you want it? Because then families live different, like the partners' families are in different locations and support and all of that. So that is a good conversation to have before you get married. Though things change, things definitely do change.
Yeah. What's it like being married?
What is it like being married? One thing I will say about being married that felt like a relief. Remember that pressure I was talking about?
Yep.
It feels like you're on the other side of that. And it's like a calm.
Okay, yes.
And now I can agree with that. It's like we're dating without having to ask a question. What are we? Where is this going? Are you going to engage? Like all of the big questions of dating gone. Yeah. And now we can just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. It's like you've arrived, but you're still going. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now you can enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Yeah. To wherever it is you're going.
That was actually really good.
Look at us soundbiting and whatnot. Yes.
Analogy.
For me, marriage is this beautiful blooming thing. Yeah, I feel like it has a lot of seasons.
Deeply poetic. Should I try again and give my answer again? Because that was better than mine. Always trying to one up me.
Yeah. Pause. I think I said something there. Anyway, let's go back. It's this big, beautiful, blooming thing that has seasons, right? And I think my experience in marriage is that I'm enjoying, and I hope my husband's also enjoying, learning who we each are in each season and who we need to be to each other in that season or in each season. Like, that's what marriage is like for me right now.
Because you've been through so many seasons.
We have. Together, individually. I mean, I think that's what marriage is. It's this big, beautiful, blooming thing. And
that makes sense. There is this, just to, again, therapist hat. I just feel like I have to say that.
Just show me the hat again. How?
What kind of hat is this?
How did this become a hat? What hat?
This is like a crown. Sorry.
Oh, so it's a little bit of a curve. Okay, I missed the curve. It was like...
Therapist crown.
Okay. We'll workshop it.
Yeah, circle back. Yeah. But there's this theory or theorist around Gottman theory.
Okay.
And the idea, one of the many ideas, is we have to continue updating our love maps.
Okay.
And it's because of what you just described. We go through so many seasons where you each grow, you have different needs, you have different wants. And sometimes we take for granted that we automatically know those things in every season, that we can just like copy and paste last season's like template and say, okay, let's do that again for this season. This is how we worked before we have kids. Let's do the same thing now that we have kids, and so on and so forth. And so the idea of updating our love map is like getting to know each other again.
Yes, like, my husband and I talk about that, relearning each other.
Relearning each other, because I mean, there's a question on there that's like, do you know your partner's best friend's name? And in one season, it could have been one person's name. And then in another season, you know,
girl, from my man, that has been consistent from the day I met him.
He has a lot of best friends.
Not for me though. That has changed.
So you gotta ask him quite often. Who's your best friend today?
No, for him. Oh, his best friend remains the same.
Oh, since yours changed.
Yeah, mine has updated.
I think that's a woman thing, because we go through a lot more relational tension.
I believe that from having like conversations with different girlfriends, like we've all had that one friend, or that one friendship, friendship breakups, all the things. And so I do think the changing of best friends is definitely probably more of a girl thing than a guy thing. Cool. Fair. And this one, I think you're gonna enjoy answering this one, because I've met your in-laws.
I know.
Yeah. So what about blending families, like with your in-laws? Because now you've got one family, Karen's got another family. What has it been like bringing them together, merging them?
So beautiful. My mom said once, one thing that makes me so happy is knowing that you're taken care of. Aww. By my in-laws. Yeah. And again, because of the immigration story that we shared, my family fully isn't here. I only have a couple of family members here. Yeah. And so being able to be surrounded by my in-laws is a huge huge family, very tradition based, very cultural based, very
active.
very active. Yeah. I mean, it's the complete opposite from what I grew up with. I don't do big family events. You know, if we were like, oh, let's get together as a family, it's like 5 of us.
Yeah.
When Karen says let's get together as a family, it's like 15, you know? It's beautiful. I love it. And I definitely think I lucked out in that way. You did. To be so accepted in that way. What about you? What's been your experience or what it's like?
Yeah, the blending. Denny's family like loves me. Like I know that.
Toot on your own horn.
Yeah. Well, he says it, right? I'm not like. Like I hope they do. I hope y'all love me.
Do you? Do you really?
They do.
Blink twice if you don't.
I mean, they're lovely people, like God-fearing, loving people that both Leilani and Denny love like endlessly and equally, and they love us the same. They're always like calling. We like Denny calls them very often, and I try to encourage Leilani to call very often as well. So we're connected in that way. Although, you know what I just thought of, like when I was preparing for this episode? I don't think, outside of like this one Mother's Day lunch we had like a few years ago, I don't think Denny's family and our family have like been together and spent like a lot of time together. But we did do like a Mother's Day lunch one time. And that went well. And we're very easygoing people, and so are they. So it's been a beautiful marriage of families. Yeah.
And that's the nature of like immigration and relocation. It's sort of hard to have both families come together just naturally. And I don't think what I'm about to say would be the case for us, but perhaps that is what makes it easier too.
Correct.
Because some in-laws don't get along with the other family, and they're always like interacting in each other's space,
meddling,
renegotiating boundaries, all of those things, and we kind of don't always have to deal with that. So pros and cons of it all.
And I think one of the really good things, I mean, even though we are geographically separated from his family, even from my mom, right, from our mom, is that Leilani gets...
mom.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your mom for 7 years only, and then I came along, and it's our mom. So, just wanted to clarify.
About that. That's a whole other
first
podcast
7 years?
episode by itself. No, that 8th year. That 8th year, we need to talk about that 8th year. Anyway. But no, the beautiful thing is that Leilani is still very much connected to them. Like, I feel like she hasn't lost that connection to them because she gets to spend summers with them every year. And, you know, she has a cousin that she's still cousins that she's still very much connected to on her dad's side. And I like that, which is very interesting now that I'm saying this out loud. It's the same with me and my dad's family. I'm very connected to my dad's family.
Are we talking about dads?
Just my dad's family. Just my dad's family.
I always do this to us.
Yes, you do. Yes. You do. But like I have a WhatsApp group with my dad's sisters. Like it's just me and them. And but like every now and then I check on them and I say hi. Yeah.
Sorry, my face was realizing we never explained we have different dads.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god, what a story for the ages.
Anyways, just that just dawned on me in this moment. I mean, you could share more, but it just dawned on me that a lot of people probably don't realize that we're half sisters.
Yes, half. We got the same mama. We ain't
fully
saying
in my space. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fully. Yeah. Oh, fully. I'm like all in, encroaching. Yeah, in your space. But so my dad and my mom met at university. Are we going like back? Like,
I was just gonna go,
just to say we have different dads.
Like, what's the one about the tree, kissing the tree, and then came the baby, and then but without the other, like the bells and the whistles.
Is that a tangent again? Like, I feel like you...
I mean, I just didn't know how far you wanted to go with the story.
So I have one dad. Okay.
You didn't have two?
Can you blur that?
Can we show our middle fingers?
I'm pretty sure we can. We're
very
adults.
Liberated.
And so is our audience.
Let's
they
touch
are adults.
middle fingers. Nope. Gonna take that back.
But yes.
Boundaries.
Danielle and Andre has got one dad, and I have one dad.
So special.
So we both have different dads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But we're We've never operated as half sisters.
Yeah, we've never operated that way. We've always lived with Ma, and we've always been together, the three of us.
Yeah. Just the three of us.
We can make it if we try.
This is why I don't sing with her.
Three of us.
Because she can actually sing.
Entry. You and
I'm like pitchy, and then she comes in trying to sing with me,
and she just steals the show, and it's like flowers, encore, and it's like a whole thing.
I didn't even give you encore.
I'm pretty sure my husband did. I saw him. He was like, "Come on, babe." How did we end up here? Anyway, yes, we have different dads.
Okay.
And so I'm still very connected, right? I was saying I'm still very connected to my dad's side of the family. Very much so, from my granny, God rest her soul, to all my aunts, not so much my uncles, because they've like kind of all migrated and stuff, but connected to my aunts, connected with like their kids. So my cousins. And I have a very soft spot for that side of my family. And that's one of the reasons I've kept the Henry last name.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Even pre-marriage. I mean, I thought about like maybe changing it to Pitt, but then I was like, I love my granny and my aunts too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's been very different for me to stay connected to extended. Like I'm connected, but it maybe feels different than the connection you have to yours. And that's like a podcast for an episode for a whole nother time to maybe dissect the differences in that. But I think that's beautiful. Like Leilani is doing the same thing that you're having, because it's such a beautiful trait to have that multi-generational connection.
Oh yeah. We've always been very intentional about that, Denny and I, and that's one of the things that, God forbid, anything would have happened. That's something I hope that stays with Leilani for life.
Awesome.
Yeah. Her connection to her dad's side.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
we are going to transition into popcorn and pop culture. This time we're putting a little twist on it than we had the first couple of episodes. Yes. This time we're actually, the pop culture element of this is AI. Because let's talk about it, right?
Let's talk about it, girl. Let's talk about it.
AI has taken over the world. We have no longer search on Google. It's like ChatGPT, which is odd, just to say the least. But we wanted to do help letters. And as a therapist, I've heard a lot of folks actually use AI or ChatGPT for help. Yeah. Which,
it's a big thing.
It's a huge thing. The therapist community, we feel all different types of feelings about it. But at the same time, it's like help is help, and we'll take it. And so we thought, okay, if ChatGPT or AI is gaining all this knowledge about all the things we're concerned about, who better to ask a help letter question than AI?
Correct.
And so we went ahead and did a little into AI to generate 2 help letters that we wanted to dissect together.
Correct.
Yeah. So AI says, I'm writing because I'm feeling really stuck about my upcoming wedding and could use some advice. Okay. I was born and raised in Grenada, but I've been living in the US for several years now. As I start planning my wedding, I keep going back and forth on where it should be. A big part of me wants to have the wedding back home, but it's because it's where much of my family is, and it would be meaningful to get married surrounded by the people and the traditions that shaped me. At the same time, most of my closest friends and community are here now. These are the people who've walked me through major life changes, who know my partner well, who've become family in their own way. If we do the wedding back home, they likely won't be able to attend. Between work, cost, passports, and all the logistics, it feels impossible. But if we do it here, there are aunties, cousins, and grandparents who won't be able to come either. And speaking of cost, destination weddings aren't cheap. I know.
They are not.
They're not. I'm trying to be realistic, but my heart keeps pulling me in both directions. Is it possible to honor where I've come from and where I am now without disappointing someone or myself? Any advice on how to navigate the push and pull of home, heritage, and new beginnings would mean the world. I want to build something beautiful that feels like me, but right now I'm stuck. Thank you for listening. Caught Between Islands. Can we just give a shout out to AI, because that was really good.
That was a really good letter. Really good letter. But I want to answer that first question about, is it possible to not disappoint people?
Yeah.
Sis, destination wedding or not, you will disappoint someone. Like,
Yeah.
either way she decides, right, someone will be disappointed. And I think we have to get okay with that. Like, she has to get okay with that concept. Because even if there was no destination in mind and you were just thinking of, like, having a wedding in general, you can't invite everyone that you know. And so someone will be disappointed, right? So I want to I want to answer that. I think that there's just no way you cannot disappoint someone, particularly with wedding planning.
I agree with that fully. And I think even if you're not necessarily thinking about disappointing someone because you couldn't invite them, then there's a disappointment of if you did invite them and they still didn't come or they still didn't show.
That's another one.
Right? And
I got
either
stories on
way,
that.
I think disappointments are in the cards for wedding planning.
Correct. 100%.
What do you think about, how to navigate this push and pull between, home, heritage, and all the things? Like, what do you think about that piece of the letter?
I think, like, best case scenario, my advice on that will be, and this is best case, and this is, like, ambitious, and I don't know, like, what the financial situation is, and how they can manage. And I think that there are ways to do things in an inexpensive fashion. But, like, the thing I would suggest is, what about 2 celebrations? And it doesn't have to be 2, like ceremony and receptions, full on large scale. It could be 2 very intimate things to serve the 2 different major communities that you love so much.
I know
right?
some people who've done that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's something that Denny and I have considered doing. Like, maybe for our 5th anniversary, maybe have something in St. Lucia, because we didn't. But I think that that's, like, one of the best case scenarios. Now, if that's not attainable, I think, it's a matter of, like, finding ways to bring elements of your culture into like, if you decide to have it, like, in your, like, the country that you live in, because where did they say they lived?
US.
Okay, so if you decided to have your wedding in the US, you can bring in, like, cultural elements, whether it is, like, food, music. Sorry, yes, food, music, even decor, certain things that might be exactly right that you can still bring in. And yes, you're not gonna have, like, your grandparents maybe, or your aunts and cousins. And then maybe there's an opportunity for you to go home. Maybe you honeymoon in your home country, like you honeymoon in Grenada, right? And you
wear 2 wedding dresses if you can afford it. I mean, it's like more glitz and glamour. I would take another opportunity to put on my dress again. Yes, to put on my dress again. And I think even if you can't do it in both places, we do live in a day and age where you could technically live record.
Yep, stream it,
right? And stream it to your family or vice versa, to be able to have them in both places. I also think it would be cute if they could do, like, some videos. This is maybe for the groom, partner, whoever is your marrying sis. Listen up. Go ahead and record those videos of the people who can't make it, and then surprise her on her wedding day.
Oh yeah, of, like, her friends and family back in Grenada who can't make it to the US for the wedding,
vice
or
versa,
the other way around,
right? Just as a way of saying, like, you're something old or you're something, whatever it might be. I think there's definitely ways to blend the culture.
Correct.
And if we just listen to the first thing we said, that disappointments are going to happen, I think it puts some of these things to ease.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Okay.
Best of luck, sis.
Yes. Okay.
So, dear Zi Dee, I'm 29, getting married in a few months, and freaking out a little. Not about the wedding, but about what comes after. My fiance and I have been together for 5 years, and we're solid in so many ways. He's kind, thoughtful, funny, and my best friend. But there's one thing we haven't fully talked through, and that's kids. Here's the thing. I don't think I want them. I never have. Not in that maybe when I'm older way, but in a deep, quiet, knowing way. I used to think maybe that would change once I hit a certain age or met the one, but it hasn't. If anything, the closer I get to marriage, the clearer I feel about it. The problem? I don't think he realizes that. He says things like, when we have kids, in passing, and I haven't corrected him. I know that's on me. I guess I kept hoping it was just future talk and wouldn't become real until we were both ready. But now I'm realizing he probably is ready or getting there. And he assumes I'm on the same page. I love this man, but I don't want to build a life on a lie or hope he'll change his mind. That wouldn't be fair to either of us. So what do I do? How do I start the conversation without derailing everything we've built? Am I selfish for waiting this long to bring it up? Am I risking the relationship or a future I do want just to avoid something I don't?
Aww.
Signed, almost Mrs. Maybe Not a Mama.
That feels so real. That is so absolutely real.
Yeah, and we talked about this too when we were giving the tips. Like, this is the conversation that's absolutely necessary, sis.
It really is. And there was a piece in there that said, is it just me, or I know I'm to blame, or something of that nature. And if I would just add, it is definitely not just you. It is a society thing, because it comes with this expectation, right?
Yeah.
If you have the song, again, I don't remember the song, but the fact that like after wedding is babies.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that is ingrained in us.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a little bit of this, if it helps to just relieve some of the guilt that is just
and that pressure.
Yeah. And feeling like you lied or didn't lie or didn't have clear communication around it, that it's truly not just a you thing. It's a fact that none of us are having conversations about it. None of us are saying, does kids really have to be what a marriage is about, or could it be more than that?
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure for sure.
Yeah. But I also think, like, on the flip side of that I think, like, the conversation is imminent and it's, like, absolutely required, because you don't want to lead that man on. Like, right?
Yeah,
like, he needs to know kind of where you stand on the topic.
Yeah.
And for all we know, he might not be super sold on it either, right? Like, but you won't know till you ask the questions and have the conversation.
Yeah.
But I think that she should be truthful about her reality and her truth, like, live in that, stand in it, and kind of deal with how it rolls after that.
Absolutely. And I do think there are people in this world who think about like parenthood and having a kid as, if it's for me, it's for me, but I could go either way.
Correct.
And so maybe that might be his perspective on it as well. And maybe it might not be, but I do agree that having this type of conversation is only going to set you up for success, either in this marriage or outside of this marriage. It's going to set you up for success because you're going to learn how to have these tough conversations. And this is just going to be the first of many tough conversations
in a marriage. Yeah.
And giving yourself grace, because you can speak to this, but having kids is definitely altering. It's a whole nother, like, if you were to think about like paths, like, I'm going to talk about gameplay, even though I know nothing about games, but apparently I'm laughing because
I'm ready to hear this.
But apparently in games, there are different like storylines that you
like
could
side quests,
but just also like some games are designed where you have different storylines based on how you play it. Anyways,
very dynamic,
right? All of that to say is that, you know, having kids, that's a whole nother storyline. That's a whole nother storyline. It's not just like, okay, let me just go along with having kids. You're also signing up for a whole different life that you don't want.
A lifetime. You're signing up for a lifetime of responsibility with having kids. Yeah. Right? So, I mean, maybe discussing the reality of that could also change his mind. Because when it's tough, it's very difficult raising a family, like being married and then thinking about raising a family. Yeah. And it's even harder if you've started a family before getting married. It's a whole other, a different experience.
And I think this is for every tough conversation, but one thing that might help is really sitting aside, like saying to your partner, I really want to have a conversation today, or when will you be available? Like, when are you in the mindset to have this conversation? Think about the time, place, and setting. Like, are you at a restaurant? Are you at home? Are there other people around? So that you can allow for the vast, like, expressions or reactions without feeling like you have eyes on you while you do it. And like really sit and relax. Don't do it with alcohol. Don't do it with any other substance in you. Sometimes it feels like it's easier if there's like a substance to have these tough conversations.
But that's impairing the individual and your own thinking as well.
Absolutely. And so sit down, do it sober. I say this thing, and it's not just me, but the community of therapists. It's called HALTO. Okay. Which it means like, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? Do you need an orgasm? That too. We got needs, right? Like, have those needs been met
before you have this conversation? Oh, okay.
Have you ever tried to have a conversation hungry?
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't work. And
Yeah.
so like doing this like check for yourself, having them do this check, and you're both in a mindset to have this tough conversation would be sort of my suggestion.
Yeah. Good advice. That's really good advice.
Yeah.
All right. So we are at the end of episode 3, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us. And as we like to say, if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please don't forget to follow us, leave us a review. Yep. Leave us a review, a 5-star review.
She's very specific about that, A-gang.
A 5-star review. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at
The Adulthood Pod.
Yep. And if you want to send us your own listener letter, or you'd like to send us an inquiry or partner with us, or do business with us, you can email us at
theadulthoodpod@gmail.com.
Correct. See you next time.
Bye.